Oh, I thought all of you won. Oh, we're live. Welcome to the show. The Arsenal Alliance show is back. We didn't like the Friendly Hooligans one, so we've changed it back to the Arsenal Alliance show. Welcome, Scott, the man from tomorrow. How you doing, pal?
I'm good, thanks. How are you, Lee, mate?
Yeah, great, good stuff. We're gonna go. There's a lot to go through. We've got quite a list tonight. There's a lot's happened since the end of the season. You know, Man United have won the FA Cup. You know, the second trophy in 2 years. We're going to go through. We're going to get to Ten Hag and Man United, but we're going to start the show tonight with news that I've heard today. I mean, it might have broke yesterday, maybe. I'm not so sure, but I heard it today. No, I didn't. Sorry, it was yesterday. I heard the news. I'm lying. It was yesterday. It might have broke a little bit. I might have seen it a bit late, but this is the first I've heard of it. But I'm not so sure about this one. And it's Marcus Rashford has been in talks, apparently, with Arteta for a move to Arsenal. I mean, what are your thoughts on that? For me, it's not. I've done a video on it. I don't know if anyone's seen it out there, but not for me, Scott. I think we're confident over on that left-hand side.
I don't want it. You know, if you look at Rashford, he had a really good season the COVID year, didn't he? You know, I think he got good numbers there.
I think he got 17 goals.
But if you look through all the other seasons with him, he's had like 7, then he's had 5. You know, he's a bit of a hot and cold player. There's no disputing that, you know, in a transition to counter-attacking football, he's one of the best, isn't he, at breaking out? But there's just something about him. I don't want to buy a broken player because, you know, you look at Rashford, he's not in a good state at the minute. You know, he's always arguing with people on social media and everything. So I bloody don't want Rashford.
Hello, AFC. Always, how you doing? Big up to yourself, my old mate.
G'day,
hope
mate.
you're feeling better. I know that you wasn't well. I hope you're feeling better, my old mate.
Oh, has he not been well?
No, let's not say too much here, but he hasn't been well. But I hope you're feeling better, and I wish you well for the future as well, my old mate.
You know, so no, I'm not going to deny that there is a player in Rashford, but it's like we've talked Havertz. Yes, Arteta has worked his magic with Havertz, what it looks like, but you know, we're not a vanity, we're not a project just for players that are broken and we've got to fix them.
Yeah, that's true. But we did fix Havertz towards the first half of the season weren't great. Gouda Mateo, I have emailed you the link.
So, and I've sent you it on WhatsApp as well, Gouda Mateo.
Okay, hang on a minute. One second. Let me just go through these messages very quickly. Breaking news. Would you mind reading that? I've just got to send it.
Breaking news. Arteta won the Best Premier League Manager Award. Since when do losers end up with a trophy? Well, to be honest, I think Best Premier League Manager Award should probably always go to the person that comes top.
Yeah.
Personally, for me. So no, I'm not into them sort of half-assed awards, but it should be somebody like Pep, of course, or probably Unai Emery. What he's done with Villa this year was pretty phenomenal, isn't it?
Yeah, brilliant job with him.
But what I'd like to know what award that is, as in what establishment award.
Sorry?
Oh, bloody hell, look, Anthony wants it to his email address now as well.
I've just done that as well, Anthony. I've just done that. You should have got them. I've just sent them both.
Oh, shit, mate.
I'm still currently in hospital with pneumonia. Yeah, I didn't want to say too much about your personal thing, AFC always, but speedy recovery to you, sir. 2-6, Gouda Mateta. And big up Gouda Mateta from AFC always. They're coming on the show. Gouda Mateta and Anthony. Yeah, so I think, let's go back to the Rashford thing. I was very surprised with this one because, with our left side, because he's predominantly a left-sided player, isn't he?
Yeah.
We've got Martinelli and we've got Trossard, which I think there's two, very, very decent. I won't say world class just yet, but very, 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 very good players on that left hand side to cover each other, compete with each other for that left handed spot. Bringing in Rashford, I know he can play across the front line, but I can't see it for another reason why I can't see it is because he's on very high wages. He's on about 350,000 a week, I believe.
Isn't he the highest paid player at Man United?
Well, quite possibly. I don't know what they're all getting paid there, but quite possibly he could be.
The thing is with Rashford, I think he's more concerned with his own image outside of football opposed to actually playing football nowadays.
Yeah, but he done that thing with the school meals, didn't he? And
I'm not going to knock him for that. It's a good thing, isn't it? But
no, it's a great thing. Yeah, it was. He did use his profile and and his platform and everything to highlight the need for the free school meals and I don't know if he got an award for that. Probably some sort of OBE.
He did. He got an OBE, didn't he?
Right.
But it's a great thing. But I just think all them things he's done outside of football has basically took over what he is. And with his performances dropping, we've seen him in them games. When they were playing Luton, you've got Ross Barkley there, and he's with the ball, and he's doing nothing. He's just walking around like not interested. So I think to save his career, he does need a new challenge. But I'd rather it wasn't here. I'd like him to piss off to Newcastle or something.
Yeah, perhaps.
Bloody hell, he's got feedback.
I've got to remove you from the stage at the minute, Guna Matata, because you had loads of feedback there, me old mate.
Mate, he's just perforated my eardrum.
Give us a minute and I'll put you back in. Rashford is a massive no for me. I'm sick and tired of signing rejects from other football clubs.
100%.
Excuse me. We should be signing a lot higher than this. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I agree with that. But also, do you know what I would love? Is if we did sign Rashford, for example. I don't want him. Let's get that right first of all. I don't want him. And he done a Van Persie, the reverse Van Persie. When we let Van Persie go, they won the league. Guna Matata just pulled at me drip. Let's see if he. Oh no, he's gone. He was gone. He'll probably come back in. Yeah, let's see. If we do sign him, he can do us. Lee,
don't even bloody say that. If we do, don't even put that thought anywhere.
Apparently, the talks are going ahead.
Thing is, I know they've said that Arteta and Rashford have had a bit of a chat. Well, you're not meant to tap up players, are you, when they're at other clubs? So what's that saying? Come on, Anthony.
Hello,
we know you want.
Let me just get myself set up here. Sorry about that.
We know you want Rashford. We know you want Rashford.
No Rashford. No. So that. I do not do that. No. How
you doing, Anthony?
I'm not too bad, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate.
Oh, that's good.
Right, Guna Matata, try and come back in, mate. I'll try and put you back in if you come back. But that feedback. It just pierced all over eardrum. I don't know if you heard it your end.
Oh, I heard it my end, and that was bloody ear piercing. That was.
Yeah, and I've got headphones in.
Yeah, I was like, flipping hell, what's that?
Right, this is AFC always. This is very true. Rashford would want first team action. He would want to start over Martinelli and Trossard.
I'm sorry, but you won't start him over Trossard, and let's be honest, you won't really start him over Martinelli as well because he's bringing someone new into the team. Yeah, they got to adjust to the play, how we play. Because in all fairness, I feel at Arsenal, our football is quite fluent, which is more than what Man United's is. So, no, I wouldn't agree with that at all.
Yeah, I totally agree. And then you look at how we play football, then you look at how Man United play football, and you watch how Rashford is on the pitch. To me, he's nowhere up the levels that he can keep up with our team.
He's not,
Yeah,
he's not. He burst onto the scene, yeah, about 10 years, 9 years ago, was it? When he's about
Something like
18,
Academy lad, wasn't he?
17, 18,
Yeah.
he was, when he come through the ranks at Man United. Was it Mourinho or Van Gaal that gave him his chance? I can't really remember what one it was now.
I think it would have been
Van
Mourinho.
Gaal, was it?
Yeah, Mourinho, I think. Yeah.
Mourinho.
Mourinho.
I think with Van Gaal being there, I think that was a little bit before Rashford's time because they had Memphis Depay out on the left, didn't they? And it was him that couldn't get into Van Gaal's team. And obviously, he went to where was it, to Barcelona or something like that, and started scoring all these goals. So
Really? They wanted to pay him 900 grand a week.
PSG wanted to, wow. But I'll tell you what, he did. Although, excuse me.
Thing is, they wanted to pay 75 million for him as well, didn't they?
He did burst onto the scene, and he made a big impact. He got into the England squad early. I mean, he did have up and down seasons. He had a season where he got 17 goals, and then he scored 7 or 8. And then he done another season with about 18 goals. I mean, he was a bit hit and miss, I think. But I think they were trying him out in different positions on them front three, weren't they? They tried him through the middle.
Yeah.
I think
for me as well, I reckon he's only worth 40 million max now. I wouldn't pay him for the. Yeah.
Well, it's the same. You look at our strikers' point of view. If we want a striker that's scores 20 goals a season, everybody's seen about Ivan Toney. To me, he's gone downhill since he's come back.
Yeah,
and I tell you what, I wouldn't pay any more than 50, 60 million for Ivan Toney. Forget the 80 mil, 100 mil. Forget that. No, you're looking 50, 60.
They asked for that. They asked for that in January, didn't they, Brentford?
Yeah.
And they asked for that. So I mean, that's what scared everybody off, I think. Arsenal was going to go for him. I did hear, but I'm glad
I think I was going to do for him, but I just feel like he had to. I think he was going to stay at Brentford because obviously with that band he got, he sort of like owed Brentford something. So obviously that was why he decided to stay on, until the end of last season, sort of thing. But
I reckon he'll stay at Brentford.
I reckon he's choice. I think he's going to stay.
I reckon he'll either stay at Brentford. If not, and if he starts, do you know what? I can actually see him going in Tottenham. I
can see that as well.
Right, let's just read this. Before we go back to AFC Always question, we're just going to say hello to Moss Sports, to Sassy Guna.
Hey, Sassy Guna.
And
I think I just
a question for Anthony. What are your thoughts on Arteta winning the Best Premier League Manager award? Make it make sense.
I don't know. I don't know how he won it. To be honest with
you. I think to me the awards Pep's.
Pep's, yeah, you've got to. It goes to who wins the Premier League. Okay, we've had a certain amount of games where we've won 5-0, 6-0, this, that, and the other. But obviously, we didn't win the league, and all those results, in theory, it didn't mean nothing. It came to nothing. Yeah. So, do you know what I mean? So, in all fairness, to answer AFC Always question, it should go to Pep because he won the league.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And so let's just Wissa and Mbanu were so good too. They would want to cash in on Tony, wouldn't they? They might want to cash in on him, because he's gone off the pole, wouldn't he? He's gone a bit shit.
He scored 4 goals in 17 games.
Yeah.
And
Anthony hangs out with might be cringing with Arteta being recognised.
Yeah. True, they would, yeah. I'm unfortunately.
He's doing his bollocks about that, eh?
Oh, he's fuming, but it didn't surprise him in one way. It didn't surprise me in one way, Lee. I'm not Arteta's fan, and he's going to be at the club next season. But make or break.
Listen, sorry to interrupt you. I know. There's, but I was with you in the beginning. I'm on board with him now. I'm sorry, mate. He's absolutely. I don't want to see him at another club now. I'm scared of seeing him at another club because of all the experience. We've given him his apprenticeship. We've given him his apprenticeship. It's like signing someone from an agency, training them up to do the job, getting good at it, and then fucking off and going to fucking off from the agency and signing for someone else.
Oh,
it's like that, and you spent all that time and invested all your tears, all your anger, all your joy, all in one project. I'm going to say the word project, but it's true. And then when it's banging, next year it's going to bang. I know. I've got. It's going to bang next year.
I tell you what, Lee. We better bang next year because I'm giving us 15 games, and if we ain't got a performance happening in 15 games, I'm going to then say we need to 100% move him on, mate, because we need to win trophies this season. Because there's no doubt, Anthony, as well, we are going to keep him, aren't we? We know this.
Of course.
But if after 15 games, if we're not looking good, I want a change, mate, because it will be too long, mate.
It would
definitely.
Okay, yeah, that's it's everyone's got.
I'm giving him,
true.
You know, and I respect a lot of people want him gone, and I get this. The mentality of elite sport is to win trophies, and it is 100%, and I agree with that. But you know, we have looked good under him, but he's got to give us somewhere else. He's got to go this year.
Yeah, he's got to go.
I would love Arsenal to sign Watkins, but it won't happen. Now that Emery has signed a new 5-year contract. Wow. He got a 5-year contract for getting in Champions League.
I saw that. Yeah. But I tell you what, I don't believe Watkins would come anyway because he's got Champions League football. That's
what I've been saying. In all fairness, Watkins, he is an Arsenal fan.
I know. Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah, he's an Arsenal fan. But I would love Ollie Watkins as well. I mean, Villa slapped, 75 million on him. So,
did they?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Speak.
Right, let's read this out. Well done, football dad. Adults can change their mind as they see how the playing flyers change. I was in from the start. You could always tell Arteta was a great football mind.
I don't think Anthony's ever changed his mind.
No, listen. If we win the league next year, everyone's going to be backing him, isn't they? If we win the league or we win the Champions League,
I fucking hope so, mate.
I'm giving Arteta the first 10
sadly,
games.
You know, obviously we've been part of this project, and it's now the new buzzword with all these teams. But it's been 5 years, and if we get nothing this year, he's got to go. He has. Are you all right there, mate?
I'm all right, mate. I'm frustrated.
Yeah. Have you took your chill pill?
I was doing it halfway through the trying to get all organised and all went pear, mate. It's ruthless, bro. I'm telling you. Arteta, mate, I'm being honest with you. He's fucking done my head in, mate. But it's not just him. You know, I'm trying to get away from football, and then the FA Cup final popped up, and I was like, yeah, great. Cheers for reminding me, but we're not fucking in it. Come on. And they don't want it. No, it's just like, all right, mate.
We're going to talk about that. We're going to move on from Rashford to Arsenal, and here's something that come up today that's inspired the stream, really. Anthony, Vieira to Monaco, apparently.
Get it done.
Yeah, apparently Fabio Vieira, Monaco after Fabio Vieira. I was looking for
not a problem, mate.
And I can't remember how much it was for, to be honest with you. I think it was around about 20, 25 minutes, maybe something like that. But yeah, I reckon if this is true, just get it done. Get it done. Get him out, because there's a few players we need to get out. Him being one of them. I tell you what, I like Smith Rowe. I can see Smith Rowe going. I think he's got
to go.
He's got to go. Who else has got to go? Cedric Soares. I think the Conga. I think he's got to go as well, hasn't he?
Did you hear the comment? Did you hear the comments about Lokonga? Apparently, it said on a lot of the press on Facebook and everything. It said, excuse me, he's had a conversation with Arteta, and Arteta has said to him, "It's probably in the best interest of yourself that you move on." So that's Lokonga gone.
Yeah.
He actually had a conversation about that. He could have just seen him not getting played and thought, "I'm not good enough here, am I?"
Yeah.
I think you go for about 10 million, because we signed him for what was it, 16 or 18 million? It was one of them.
18 million for Lokonga.
Yeah. So I think you go for about 10, because I mean he had a poor spell out on loan, didn't he, at Crystal Palace? You know,
he was
went
crap,
to Luton as well. So
he's done all right at Luton, but it's a different dynamic, isn't it, for him?
Yeah.
He's playing in a newly promoted team. He's not playing with a team that's right up there, is he? So there was less pressure, you know, but he's never, you know, I don't believe he'll make a Premiership player. He's probably more Championship level.
When I done a video about who I think's going to leave, it's not that I wanted all these players to leave. That I don't. I got slated for the Vieira one when I said no, sell Vieira.
No, it's crap.
I got slated for that.
Yeah.
People come in the chat and said, "Oh, he should have another chance."
See, this is one of the fickle things.
I think people just go on one-time performance. They're not history people. People can't be. This ain't a team, mate. This is a soggy bastard sitting on benches. They need to be gone. And people like keep them. Why? They haven't been here. They haven't done anything. If they were that good, they would play.
Exactly.
And they just wasted talent. If they think they've got talent, then they're just wasted sitting there on the bench.
Yeah, they're just, you know, these are players that he's bought and they've just not worked out. You know, there's a few of them in there. Nuno Tavares, Lokonga. You know, these players have not worked out.
But people, you look into it, you realise how many there actually is. Do you know what I mean? I didn't know if, like, I'll be honest, what you see on the TV and what I'm hearing, you're thinking, okay, yeah, there's a few. But then when you go deep, all the ones on loan, the ones he's fucked off at the door, you're like, what are you doing? You've built fuck all out of it, got nothing out of it, and we spent $500 million. What's going on? And you got Man United. Oh, come on.
Apparently, Man United have spent more money. Apparently, Man United have spent more money than us still.
No. Do you know what? If Mikel Arteta spends 250 million next season, I've always said it. He spent his first £1 billion for what?
That's a lot.
If you don't win nothing, and not being funny, if I was the owner of Arsenal Football Club and Mikel Arteta was in charge and I invested in that, I give him £1 billion for how long he's been here, I'd be saying, well, hang on a second. I've given you £1 billion to spend on a new team. But, mate, you can't even win a Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
Don't take it serious.
No.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Arteta said that Nketiah will leave in the summer for $5 million.
They can sell him for marathon bars.
I give him away. Our mentality went when we knocked down Highbury. Yeah, I loved Highbury.
It changed a lot, didn't it?
When they found that clock, mate, that's the time our frame worked down. You know, no more time.
That's when I think all this split in the fan base started when we moved to the Emirates. We had 30, what was it, 39,000 at Highbury, and it was everyone was close to the pitch. It wasn't such a massive stadium, like 60-odd thousand, and everyone was together, and that it just spread everyone out, and it just distanced the fan base, and we lost our identity. We lost it a little bit, but I believe Arteta started to bring it back. I think he started to bring us all back together.
Well, I hope so.
I like it. I agree with you, but you got to understand what I'm trying to get at with Kroenke. The stadium move, everyone can see, if he said, right, we're going for this is what's going to happen, and told us what will happen, in the meantime, you're not going to win nothing for 15 years, we're going to move here to compete with them. Then the Wenger situation, if he stepped in and dealt with the Wenger situation and not left it for so many years, the fan base wouldn't be so much split. That's the issue. We've got a big, massive problem now, and it's never going to be the same with what he's done to the club. He's changed the stadium and left it for 22 years to fucking rot.
Yeah. But if you
Come on, am I wrong or right? Wenger should have went years ago.
Yeah, Wenger didn't want Kroenke to manage it, to own the club. He wanted the the Russian, is it Usmanov?
Usmanov,
Yeah.
yeah.
He wanted him
Yeah.
to take over Arsenal and not Kroenke, because he said if the Kroenke takes over Arsenal, he said there's going to be bad times ahead.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm
But
trying to
the
call
best-
out to Chelsea fans. I know we're going off the subject, but Chelsea fans, watch out for yourselves, mate, because the Americans, they have no style, bro, and you're seeing Chelsea fold right in front of your eyes. In 2024, they're folding hard. Their
I'll see
manager,
someone-
their owners don't give a damn, don't know about football, just like the Cronkies.
I see
No, I
some-
tell you-
Chelsea are going through right now, we've been through, so good luck to you.
right.
I tell you what, the American owners do. They create sustainable businesses. And if you look into, there was a thing that just come out the other day that said the most sustainable football club in the world is Arsenal. And I know that means crap all really to us fans, but to the Cronkies, they believe they're doing something right, don't they? If that's the business aspect of it.
They're happy to stay in mid or just above
Yeah.
mid now this day and age.
And,
But we've hit the
and I know
standard now, second. What are you going to do next season? This is the problem. You've got other managers coming in wanting to rock the boat with us. It ain't just Arteta and Pep now. You got Ange come in. You got a load of managers. It's crazy. This season's going to be nuts. This season's been emotional. This one's going to be a monopoly.
The trouble is at Highbury, you catch them. I've been to Highbury a few times, but listen to this. When the games was played at Highbury, did you see fans walking out at half time or 10, 15
no.
minutes before the game finished? No. We see that now,
Why
don't
did you get
we?
this day
And
and
then
age?
there's fans walking out and they're missing. Well, look, when we beat, I think was it, I can't remember if it was Burnley or someone like that. They left 15 minutes before the game and he ended up missing something like 3 goals towards the end of it. So,
I don't-
you know what I mean?
I don't care how shit my team. Well, I do care how shit my team is, but I meant if your team's losing, I don't believe you should ever walk out.
No, I
You know,
don't.
It's like we sit here, we moan about Arteta, we moan about this and that, but we still love the club, and I'd never walk out on them losing,
No.
because I don't believe that's not about being a fan, is it? You got to take the good and the bad, and even the Arteta outers like yourself, Anthony, you've also rode the good times as well, haven't you? And be gone with it
Yeah,
because you have to,
you have to.
if you resist against the good times, I just think you have got an agenda. But I do accept people that want him completely gone because it's quite fathomable why you'd want him gone now with that bloody money. Because every time you say it's nearly been $1 billion, it's just scary, isn't it?
Mind blowing.
Yeah,
It's
it
too
is
much.
scary. And you think of it, Ten Hag, he's won Man United the FA Cup. They finished 8th. But listen, I personally think Man United had a better season than us. They've
I
won a
agree.
trophy-
And last year.
two,
And last
two
year.
trophies in 2 seasons.
In
Yeah,
2
and
years.
last year. 2 trophies in 2 years. And Mikel Arteta,
And we're celebrating a parade. We ain't had a parade for 400 years. It's madness.
no, yeah. And in November, when next season starts back, Mikel Arteta has been at our club for 5 years in November, and he's won 1 trophy, and that wasn't even his team. That was Unai Emery's team.
That's why it's got to be this year because it's too long, too much money spent. It's got to be.
Can I just stop? Right, I get it. We're all saying that this year has to be it, right? What are we wanting? And what are you thinking he can grab? The Champions League's out the window, right? Is it the Premier League, FA Cup? Are we going for triple? What was everyone wanting? You can't just say, I want to win the cup, because he don't even know what he's going for.
No,
We can't throw these domestic cups out the window. He needs to start bringing in some silverware. Don't care what it is.
I want Premier League.
Bring it in.
I want Premier League and FA Cup. I want 2.
Yeah,
the double.
Andy's not
Getting
messing
greedy
about,
there,
he
Anthony.
wants to.
I'm a greedy bastard.
Yeah. It's like for me, the Premier League is the one I want.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if we
Would you
finish
take Prem and
second,
Cabio?
if
Would
we
you take
finish
Prem
second,
and Cabio?
would a what?
Would you take Prem and Cabio Cup? Just the
Oh,
Premier League number 1 and any other cup. But number
No,
1
fuck
has to
the
be Premier
Carabao
League.
Cup. No, I would accept second place, or I would accept top 4 in Champions League. If we could finish top 4 and we won the Champions League, I think I
And
could
won
be
the
happy.
Champions League. Did you
Yeah.
just say win the Champions League?
Yeah, no, I was.
Mate, I don't care if we're relegated if we win the Champions League. Fucking hell.
I've got-
We ain't winning fucking bullshit, mate. I'd love it. We ain't winning the Champions League, mate. Not with
I've
him
never
and
had
not with Conte. Not a chance.
never had
We could have won it way by now.
Why not
Piss
with Conte?
easy.
Why
Because
not with
what's he
Conte?
done with the club so far as he's been here, mate? He ain't fucking done anything. He's just sitting back milking it like the Glazers did.
Spent nearly £1 billion on
And we're
players.
just been really happy with a nice stadium and that. I appreciate what he's done, but now bring us silverware, mate.
Yeah,
It
but
ain't
it's
just
not
Arteta's
easy.
been here 4 years.
Manager.
It's before Arteta was here. We've had managers come in and they've all gone, and we still no silverware, proper silverware.
Yeah.
This is
The
a
FA
good-
Cup
yeah.
is good.
this is good. I mean, read this.
Yeah, they got 13 now, aren't they?
On our
They
FA
won
Cup
behind.
back,
Oh,
Man United
see,
one behind.
That's when it
Yeah.
gets personal. Don't mean in
Yeah.
fighting terms, I mean in rival terms. Do you know what I mean? We're the Arsenal, right? And we've turned out some bullshit team lately, and now you've got United in the absolute mud. We're finishing second, looking pretty, and they're winning FA Cups. And people are glorified about it. We need to start being fucking serious.
Yeah, he
I'm telling you, I just want my kids, I want everyone to be together as one fucking big fan base, positive as hell, but it can never be
that'll
like
never
that.
happen. That's
You
never
know
going to
exactly.
happen because that's people.
Never.
Do you know Man
But
City
win us
won the
something
Premier
and all the
League?
negatives will go away.
Yeah, but do you
They
know Man
won't.
City won the Premier League? Yeah. Guess what? They've won the Premier League 10 times. We've won it 3 times more than them. 13. Think about it.
That is very true.
Yeah.
Right, let's just
You know,
read
I-
some of these comments out, boys. Top good.
I love you all, by the way. Just throwing that out there.
They're saying this is the best season we've ever had. Really, look at how many major honours we won at Highbury and compare that to the Emirates. Make it make sense. They're talking about
it does
points
make
wise, AFC always. We've got more points than the Invincibles. One more games. I think we won 26 games with the Invincibles and we've won 28 this season. That's what they mean.
That's what they mean. Yeah. Yeah.
So the standards of the Premier League have been risen, which as soon as Pep goes and Arteta does go, the standards of the Premier League will fold again because no one will keep the same standards. So the standards are just going to keep going up and down. It's a monopoly board. We can win the Premier League on 80 points next season. You never know. Just win every fucking game and you've got no complaints.
Can I just answer that question there for Saskia Gunnar? I think I've said it before on a few things. The thing is, when the Cronkies bought Arsenal, it's a prestigious piece of real estate. And when you're in business, you never buy things all completely outright. And they float their ownership of Arsenal on the market as a guarantee. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a guarantor. So they used Arsenal's prestige heritage as like a bargaining chip for the deals they do. So it's basically, to them, it's like a good bit of business because it helps them with other business.
Yeah.
We're going to go on to this about Man United winning the titles.
Mate. 2 trophies in 2 seasons. Thanks for fucking coming. What are we doing? Looking pretty as dogs.
I've got like a list of topics, so we're going to go into that one soon.
Let's attack the topic.
What's that say? My glass. I keep
What you
talking.
Glazers, Americans, Roman, Todd, Saudis get real. We have quality owners. I don't see silverware, mate. They're not quality to me.
Okay.
Roman.
I don't know. 138 years and 13 titles. It ain't easy, boys. Big picture. Lots of money in the Prem. Yeah, there is bundled. Since the Premier League started, the money's gone through the roof. Wages. The agents have gone mental. Super agents got fucking invented, didn't they?
Yeah.
And it's all the
Journalism.
So put more
The journalists are getting extra pay, ain't they?
Why don't
I
they
think-
put more of it in the grassroots? That's what annoys me.
Just talking about the trophy situation and that with the FA Cup. For me, growing up, the FA Cup has always been a prestigious cup, and I think it's the appeal has gone for this younger generation because back in the day when we were in our 20s, 1820s or whatever, it was like it's FA Cup day and it was a massive thing, wasn't it? Everywhere, and it's just gone. Yeah, you just don't see it anymore. It's like even people that did. Yeah, but even people that didn't like football kind of tuned into the FA Cup because it was such a big thing.
Yeah.
You know, and it is important to me. You know, I do want to win the FA. I couldn't care less about the Carabao Cup, sadly. I don't care.
No, but the FA Cup, yeah. I mean, I grew up watching the FA Cup, and it's like
Yeah.
when you go around families or a friend's house, you got the FA Cup on, you got a few beers. Their wives are cooking a curry or something like that in the background. You know what I mean? So you're having food, beer, and you're watching a good FA Cup final. It's tradition, whether you're there at Wembley watching it or whether you're at home. So
yeah, it's a day out.
Yeah, it's enjoyed all round.
But it's just, it's gone, hasn't
Can I just ask on this Vieira comment?
Yeah.
I was going to say, on the Vieira comment, have we had any news on actual where Eddie or Shevchenko is going? Because all I'm hearing is other players, and I'd like to make sure them two are at my club before I hear about anyone else moving. The rumours are we're having great players coming in, but the shit's still here. But Vieira tomorrow, that happens. Who's Vieira? I don't know. But if it happens, it happens. Then you've still got Eddie Nketiah and Shevchenko and all these players who don't deserve to be here anymore.
Yeah, that's Fabio Vieira. He's a midfielder. You know, it's like what we were saying just before you come on. It was Vieira's linked to Monaco. It won't surprise me if Smith Rowe goes out the door. Eddie Nketiah, there's been talks, is West Ham, Forest, or Fulham. That's the main three teams that's after him. So, or if not, it could be. I mean, even I think apparently Ipswich has been taken over by billionaires. They've just got promoted to the Premier League. Why didn't he sign Eddie Nketiah?
Great team for him. Perfect.
He'd have to probably
Good
drop
old
a little bit in wages. Yeah, he'd have to drop a little bit in wages. These teams, I don't think they're going to pay $100,000 for him. But if he can accept around about 60, well, let's say between 60 and 70 grand a week, you know, and first team football, if they can offer him that, he might beef. I mean, the list is endless, isn't it? The players that we want out. Yeah. Ramsdale, 15 million to Newcastle. Well, he hasn't gone yet, but that's rumours that Newcastle wants him, and it is only the maximum of 15 million. He costs us 35 million.
See? Yeah. Oh, mate.
Yeah.
You know, I think I answered that question there again. It's basically, like I said, sustainability.
Would you keep Ramsdale? Would you keep him?
Yes. If he's prepared to stay.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. I'm moaning about if we do get rid of him, we've got no other keeper. Yeah, we've got he breaks his elbow or something. Who's going in goal? The dog? Do you know what I mean? Be real. If he goes, he goes. You can't control that. But I'll say keep him until you can fill his gaps a bit more stronger.
I'm hearing whispers about, is it Still? Something Still. James, is it James Still? Goalkeeper. About, I think he's about 35. I can't remember his club. I don't know. Is it James Still?
That's what we need. We need as a backup keeper.
Like
we need
a backup, not like a number one. Because they was labelling it as 2 number 1 keepers at the beginning of the season, weren't they?
Oh, you want about Brighton? No,
is he a Brighton player? I can't remember.
Steele.
Yeah. Yes, he is a Brighton player. Yeah, he's a goalkeeper. Yeah,
he is, isn't he?
Yeah. But I mean, we got Raya and we got Ramsdale. But
5 years ago,
this is what I wanted at Arsenal. I wanted everybody, no matter what positions they play in. I wanted competition.
Yeah.
So if one player plays poor in, like, let's say the first couple of games, then Mikel Arteta could turn around and say, "Well, you've been poor. You have been up to expectations. You're on the bench. So and so is playing in your position next week." You know, this is what we need.
You see,
you need the challenge,
And you know that comment that Arteta made about I could swap a goalkeeper at half-time, blah, blah, blah. Well, it's proven this year with Brighton, he's been swapping their goalkeeper every 3 or 4 games, and they have been terrible defensively because they haven't gelled, have they? So that proves it doesn't work. And if Ramsdale's happy to stay, I would keep him. But we're going to have to blow probably 10 million on a backup keeper. And I think in this situation when we've got like a keeper, I think we've got Raya or Ramsdale. Who we need number 2 is somebody like, how do you say his name? Fabianski?
Fabianski. No, they was looking at.
Or David De Gea.
Szczesny
as a backup.
Yeah. Do you remember Szczesny?
Yeah.
Yeah, Juventus. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
gone to Juventus, hasn't he?
Yeah, but
I
they
think he's
reckon he might be
still
coming back. That's a possibility.
Yeah.
I
I think
think in his early 30s. Eh?
Yeah.
Are
You
you,
need
are
to
you
have a
reading these
backup.
comments, Anthony?
Sorry.
Are you reading these comments as I'm going through this?
Oh.
Yeah, I've been reading these comments. Yeah, Sussy Gunner has been looking at Stan Kroenke's. It's short. I'm sure Anthony Herbert will back me up. Yeah, no, I will back him up on that. Yeah.
So that's where I think we should be. We should be getting an old guard goalkeeper. You know, if we need him to come in, we've got a good head there, an older fella.
Yeah, definitely.
Get the
Because we
mean
can't
streak.
you can't keep blowing 10, 20 million on a reserve goalkeeper. It doesn't work, does it? Because they're never going to be happy.
No.
We're having a bit of an argument. I think not an argument, but a bit of a disagreement in the comment section. That hopefully you've been reading.
I think they do. I think the Kroenkes do. In all fairness, I can't say that Mikel Arteta hasn't been backed. But in all fairness, the Kroenkes have backed him. I mean,
Yeah.
He's had 750 million to spend so far.
Oh, he's been backed.
So, but it's like what I said. It's between him and Edu, Mikel Arteta and Edu, what players they want and who to come in. Let's be honest. Beginning part of last season when we signed Kai Havertz, that was a bloody shock and a half, wasn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
But I mean, he's redeemed himself. He scored 14 Premier League goals. But there is rumours now saying that if we get a striker, it might not for next season. It might not be a top quality striker because Mikel Arteta might put all his faith in Havertz being number one striker, and then you're going to get a backup. But if that's the case, then you might as well save your money and not buy a backup striker. You just might as well have Jesus. Yeah, you might as well.
Yeah, that's what I said.
He's
Jesus.
scoring 12, 13 goals.
Yeah. See, I believe this too. I believe that we won't be getting us right. If they say we've got a bit of money, right, we're going to need we need a DM centre back and a right wing and a striker. I don't believe we are going to buy a striker because I believe Havertz is that position already filled, and that's what they believe. Same as what you said.
Yeah, he has backed him.
And but you think about it, we're going to spend 60, 70 million on a DM, and then we've got a right winger. We're not going to just keep spending 100 million on a strike. You know, we're not. Some of it is going to miss out, and I believe it's going to be that bloody striker situation again.
But lads, he's come out and said it. Thomas Partey is leaving.
That's what I'm getting at. He said stuff. As long as he tells us, the fans and everyone else can concentrate a bit more of what he said. Okay, deliver or whatever. But if you don't say nothing, we're blind, and that's when we start arguing.
Well, yeah, I know. I don't believe. You know, I don't think we can criticise the Kroenke. Well, we can, but I meant with the investment they have actually put in. I don't think we can criticise the money they've weighed out now. It's
but why did they kick out Emery?
Why did they what?
Why did they kick him out, Emery?
Because any manager that came
unbeaten, we had Lundberg, him. What happened from the transaction
because any manager
was gone. Lundberg was gone when Emery was there. If you remember, Emery, we signed Pepe out on the right for 72 million, didn't we?
Yeah,
and he didn't turn out that great, but. Do you know what? When he first came in, I thought, well, give him his due. He had pace, he had skill, he had a hell of a shot on him. I'll be honest with you, but his main problems were scoring goals. And for being the dearest player, then it's 72 million. It was like there was a weight on his shoulders, and he just couldn't shift that weight. And then what happened?
He scored 2 free kicks in the Europa League, didn't he? Remember when we was on the verge? Yeah, he scored 2 free kicks. That's what I remember from him.
Yeah, we ended up selling him for 3.5 million.
I think the question with Unai Emery is we can't dispute that he's not a good manager because he is. I probably think Emery's at his level though now, 4th place in Europa League Cups.
Why did we sack him?
Yeah, that's what I'm coming to.
This is what I would like to know.
Why? Because any manager that come out of Wenger after Wenger was never going to be good enough for the
cool. So why have we got 4 years Arteta?
Why?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That is a good point.
I have to point it out, people.
Yeah, but no manager. I mean, it don't matter.
No
who
one can
came after
answer it. No
Wenger.
one can answer it. Only the Cronkies can answer that. They got rid
Well,
of
you can't
Emery
answer it.
I can answer
2
it for
games,
you.
and then got him in.
Our players shoved Unai Emery under the bus.
Yeah, they
That's
did.
what
They
they
stopped
did.
playing. They stopped
Yeah.
playing for him. They didn't believe in him.
No.
But the thing is, why did we get Arteta over Emery? For the simple reason that obviously Arteta's a good salesman and he sold a philosophy to Arsenal, didn't he? As in, he didn't just say, I'm going to come in and get you a trophy like a Tuchel, you know, I'm going to come in and get you a trophy like that. He came in and sold them this philosophy of what he wanted to do. And that's why he, you know, like it or not, that is why he got the job. So because he's obviously a good salesman.
Right,
Yeah.
here's an
So
answer for
the
you.
other
Here's an
question will
answer for
be,
you.
why
Good
can't the
Mateo.
fans stick up for themselves and say something?
Here's an answer for you. Here's an
I'm
answer
telling
for you.
you now. What was that question? What was that?
Why did they sack Emery?
Because of our club.
Because the
And
club
towards
was in
countries,
turmoil with the board and the Cronkies didn't fully own, and Emery lost the locker room. So
Yeah, he
every
did.
coach gets fired.
They
Yeah.
with
shoved
that.
him under the
Yeah,
bus.
I understand that
But
now.
He
But
did lose
all
the
it
locker
was,
room.
the season before that, he won PSG the league, and he signed Neymar for PSG, Unai Emery. And
Yeah,
obviously,
I could win the league, that French league with PSG.
yeah. I mean, it's easy, but I mean, you look at the other teams he's managed, like Sevilla in what's the other one? The Spanish team, Villarreal. You know,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
won all them the Europa leagues as well. He's won about 8 Europa leagues. That
Yeah,
guy,
but-
and one French
but-
league.
I'm never going to dispute Emery is a good manager, but I don't think he'll ever win the
Oh.
Premier League. I don't think he'll ever win the Champions League. I think his level is done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
I
it
what
with
he said
him.
here as well. Unity is what Arteta is all about, and Rice came because of him, and the lads believe in Mikel Arteta. That's what matters in the end. The players are playing for him.
Because,
They weren't
yeah, we
playing
have to
for,
accept they
Unai
are.
Emery.
And that's back to
fucked
the
him off.
thing, isn't it? He
They
sold
fucked
a
him off.
vision.
They didn't respect him. They
Yeah,
couldn't
he
even
sold
speak properly. They didn't like him. That player power got Emery the sack. That's it. That's the bottom line.
You know, and it's exactly that, isn't it? Emery didn't do what he did, but he's come in and sold them this philosophy, and they're all buying into it. And it's like what somebody just said in the comments there. If we
It's like
fail
the
with
COVID
Arteta,
situation all over again.
yeah, but if we fail with Arteta, I don't believe the Cronkies are going to back the next manager like they have Arteta, because they will feel they've been burnt.
Yeah,
And I agree with that. I don't think
Neymar
another manager.
overpaid and floppy fish. Sorry. Yeah, Neymar.
Poor Cronky.
Sevilla, Emery won, and Villarreal. He only
Oh, Villa, yeah. Funny.
got good at Villa, like Aston. Sevilla. Oh,
Villa.
Yeah, Seville,
Ah,
yeah. It's
you
all in
can't
the
say
name,
the
isn't it?
words there. Right, let's have a little move on to the next topic. What do you think of this?
Mistake.
Chelsea.
Mistake.
Madness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There is
I-
There's a lot of rumours saying he was sacked. He wasn't sacked.
He
No,
walked.
He walked.
He walked.
He fucking walked, mate. He done a clock.
Yeah.
See you in a bit, people.
You could, and I've
Walked on a
seen
half.
a lot. I've seen a lot of conversations around this, and basically, you know, because he's whoever comes to Chelsea, you're just a manager, a puppet, and Todd is buying, and his board or whatever are buying all the players who they want to buy, and you know, because you got Enzo and Casado, they want to play them because of the money that they've cost them. But Poch has started performing when he's took Enzo out the team, and they don't like that because they want these big players in that team. But Poch just wants to build a team that wins, and he don't give a shit how much these players are cost, and they don't like that. And I think that's what happened. What do you reckon, Ants?
Fuck the process.
I reckon Poch is not his team. It was Boehly's team, wasn't it? He was buying the players. But what a lot of, I don't know if any of you knew this, but with Boehly, next season is his last season. He's there temporary.
Yeah.
And is because they've got so many owners now. Apparently, I've been told they're rotating it. They're rotating
They're all
it.
taking
So
it
obviously,
turns.
when it comes to somebody buying out Chelsea,
Tit of the
they're
cow.
going to buy out big. Somebody's going to buy them big. You're going to be talking at least about what I think about 5 billion maybe to buy Chelsea out because of the valuation of the players, the wages you've got to take into consideration because these are top players on top wages, and also as well with obviously with a bit of past history as well with trophies and that they've won. So you're looking around about most probably around about the £5 billion pound mark to buy out Chelsea.
But you know, it's shown you've got this Enzo that was good in the World Cup. You've got Casado, who we know was good. But you can't just buy players because they're fucking good. They've got to actually buy into the system, haven't they? And they bought these players, and they've got no freaking system. They don't know how they're going to play. And that's that's what's happened there, isn't it?
The way how he's done it, that ball, he's got it up here, mind. He's got it up here because he'll get a lot of money when he sells Chelsea. But this, honestly, next season is his last season in charge at Chelsea. Well, owning Chelsea, I should say.
Yeah. I think he walked. I do believe he walked. Right?
Yeah.
And I think, you've got this argument that's going on about being the manager of the football club or the head coach. Like the head coach gets given the play, like very American. The head coach gets given the players, gets given a team. And he's got to work with. He's got no input into what players he wants to fit his own. Like all managers have got their own styles, their own way of playing, their own tactics, and they identify players to play in that system.
Well, yeah, and you've got Poch. I've got this system I want to play, and they're like, let's just buy these players.
He wanted more input into what players he wanted, and they've gone, no, we get you the players. You just pick the squad. You just
exactly that.
And that's it. Yeah, that's what I believe.
Yeah.
So I can't stand that. I can't stand that.
Why do you trust the process in Arteta? Pochettino got more finals than Arteta. Okay,
that's just reading that. And that's exactly the reason why the Glazers brought Ronaldo back to Man United, because the day they re-signed Ronaldo, didn't they make 100 million instantly?
On shirt sales.
Yeah,
shirt sales straight away. Yeah,
business.
He done it for business.
This is what he said. This is what he said. AFC always. I will put up the comment that he said. You might have misread it yourself. He's talking about Arsenal here, AFC. Saskaguna. Process over. It's #winning time. So he's on board with winning. So
he's winning now.
Or disagreeing or something, but you might have misread that one. That's why I just wanted to put that up.
It's amazing how we've got to this point where now, this season now, everyone's on the same page. So we can all sit back and just wait for him to win something. If he don't, we can all just jump on the pitch and tell him to do one.
We were saying it last season, weren't we, Scott? We were saying it last season that he's got one more season.
And I stand by that because of how much money's been invested in him. Yeah. I think if they pulled the plug now, it would be like, well, you've all proved us wrong. And I don't think they want to be proved wrong.
Absolutely crazy, but isn't there other alternatives, really? You couldn't get the manager in who's done it, been there, and have have Arteta back as assistant coach again and watching above this guy just for one season, 6 months? I'm not saying it's going to happen, just saying it's always a suggestion. Kroenke should go, right, I'm going to go and get out this guy. He comes in, win us something, and then he leaves. At least we've got something, and he's learning from a manager again. I just don't feel he can do it. But that's just my opinion. Everyone's different.
Liverpool's going to struggle next season because their new manager, Arne Slot, he come for 5 he hasn't won a trophy. So that's like Mikel Arteta. Because to me, now he's that Arne Slot, I'll just make this quick because, Klopp's gone, Arne Slot comes in. For me, for Liverpool, that's like taking 2 steps back to go another 2 steps forward later on down the line. Yeah. So do you know what I mean? It's not really weighing up there, is it?
And the thing is, with Klopp leaving as well, he's took all his staff with him. That is a massive change happening at Liverpool now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because 10 members of his staff have left. It's almost like starting again for them.
Yeah, it is. And Salah's going to be gone. I think he's going to go to Saudi or somewhere like that.
Yeah,
Salah. So,
I think
He's
so.
adamant. He's adamant. AFC always is adamant that Arteta can't get us over the line.
Well,
I
we'll
believe
see.
we're going to win the league next year. I believe we are. I really do.
Well,
I've seen
yeah,
such an improvement.
We
I've
would have
seen
done
such-
it by now.
Yeah, I've just clipped what you've just said there, that Lee. We're going to win the league this season. I've just clipped that.
I don't think we are, lads. I don't really think we are.
You click
I want-
that.
I reckon we'll come third.
I want to believe we're going to win it. I want to believe we are.
I have
But
faith.
I agree with what AFC or I don't think he's the man to take us over because, in all
The man
fairness,
before the man.
You mentioned about Unai Emery, that's his level. I
Yeah.
think now we've seen Mikel Arteta's level. He
At his
can't
level.
take us over that line
Twice.
to win the
This is
Premier
because he
League.
done it last year and this year twice. If he was a one-hit wonder, then I'd like be a bit different. But he's done it twice.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah,
Second
it's
twice.
It's
We're gonna
not
give him a
faithful.
third
We
one.
bottled it. We bottled it the season before.
Oh yeah, bad. But then we didn't really bottle it. If he arranges his defence properly, we could have had Saliba covered. But he fucked that up.
Look,
by not, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? He could have backed himself up, mate.
Feedback. Your feedback's happening, mate. Oh, there we go.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I know what your feedback problem is, bro. You've got an issue with your lead. It's an earth. Yeah. When you wobble your cable, does it stop doing it?
It's on the
I
phone.
don't know.
This phone's horrible.
Oh,
BX Gunner.
oh, that's fucking doing my editing, Rob.
BX Gunner 81. We're winning a big trophy this upcoming season.
Well, we
So-
better win a trophy because the project is over. We are there now.
I like your profile. People.
I mean, it's like what I said. We bottled it the season before, but last season was a big balls up on Mikel Arteta. Obviously, changing that team around against Villa. That was
Yeah.
what. If we would have won that game, it would have been us lifting up the Premier League trophy this season.
That accommodation, and it's that situation again. Trossard was balling last season. Let's remove him out the team and bring Jesus back in, and it fucked up. And this time again, let's put Havertz into the midfield that doesn't work and bring Jesus back in again. There's the problem. It was accommodating Jesus again.
Yeah, and playing Sichenko at the back as well in that game against the Villa. That was the problem. I think that's another player that should go.
You might need to come in and out, Rob, because your headphones is making a funny
feedback's-
noise again. And
All I can hear is the feedback.
yeah, feedback in it again, mate.
I'll come back.
Yeah,
Okay.
Right. Okay. So, hang on, sorry. Let's just get back to the comments. Someone windy.
yeah. He's thing. I would only keep Jesus as a backup.
Yeah.
Right. I love Jesus. Was it? I love Jesus. Oh, I need my glasses, but I think we should sell as his body is breaking. We need to keep an eye on this. Yeah.
I heard this week he's got to have another knee op.
Really?
Yeah. He's got
And
to
if
have
that's-
a knee, so he's injured.
Yeah, and if that's the case, we need to be shipping him out.
He
And
won't
yeah,
be able to do it.
I know we just said that I'd keep him for a backup, but if that's the case, he is having another knee up. He's got to go now because that's game over.
And
You know, it's been
100% facts. If Arteta didn't change the system against Villa, we would be league champions. If we would have beat West Ham before Christmas and Fulham, we'd have beat them before Christmas, we would have been champions as well.
Trouble is that
Everyone does spin it on that game with Villa, and that was a big mistake. I do agree, but when I thought back about it, we made some mistakes as well earlier on in the season.
we did, and then
We should have beaten West Ham. We should have beaten Fulham.
yeah. But
We
if
should
you
have
notice,
beaten
I
Chelsea.
wasn't keen on it. I wasn't keen on it, but it turned out with that break that when they all went to Dubai,
Yeah, I was fuming. We done
I
a
was
video on
fuming.
it.
I was livid.
I was fuming, and then but it did work to a certain extent because this was where we were getting all our wins, and it was just that Villa game he changed, and it's like what I said, Lee. If he went to change that, we would have finished we would have finished 2 points higher than Man City this season, and it would have been obviously us lifting that trophy. So, in all fairness, I don't reckon we didn't bottle it this season. I've been seeing it on shows and different streams.
We didn't bottle it this season.
It was the balls up on the manager. He should put his hands up to it at least and say, look, I ballsed up on that game and it cost us. But Mikel Arteta, he doesn't do it because he's so stubborn. And it's like with our players. If you're a player playing for Arsenal, obviously Arteta's the manager, if he don't like you, you ain't getting in that team. You could be a striker scoring 20 league goals a season. If he don't like you, he won't play you. That's the problem.
It's like the incident with Fabio Vieira when he came in on in that game and got sent off.
Yeah.
We didn't see him again for another 3 months, did we?
That's right.
He can be Arteta can be quite brutal, can't he?
Yeah, very brutal.
He can.
All the best managers are. Bit ruthless.
Yeah. Let's not put him in that bed.
He was the most ruthless manager there's ever been. Look at the players he's got shot off.
The hairdryer.
Cantona. Sebastian Veron.
Roy Keane.
Yeah.
Roy Keane. Yeah.
You know, once Roy Keane crossed the line with his comments on that Man United TV channel, that was game over, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
Emery stopped us again, yes. Aston Villa beat us home and away this season. Home and away.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Ben Blanco gets a 10 and we win. Simple.
I like Ben. You know, the guy's grown on me. He's shithouser. He's just brilliant.
Right, let's read this. Yes, we made massive mistakes in the first half of the season, but that Villa game cost us big time. The second half of the season is where we lost it at home to Villa. Everyone's on that. Yeah,
I think we all agree the Villa game.
Yeah.
You know,
The
Villa was the killer.
Because we was a different team. When we come back from Dubai, we was a completely different team. We was mustard, mate. Scoring all them goals. Was it Crystal Palace? The only game I was in the first 3 or 4 games was the Nottingham Forest game when it was 2-1. And we was 2-0 up and they started coming back at us. It got a bit nervy, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do we reckon about Ten Hag then?
All right, hang on a minute. I'm going to move on to Ten Hag. 1 second. I was back here. What's that? I was Baku, Azerbaijan. I went Baku. Oh yeah, in Baku when we was that when we was in the final.
Yeah.
Cup final.
When they stitched us up.
When he beat us, yeah. Well, Chelsea beat us in the final, didn't they? That Europa League final.
That Europa League final, yeah, it was Chelsea. Do you know what? I reckon that the mistake that we made there, even though he was a good goalkeeper for us, Cech, I was a bit iffy with Cech playing in that final, knowing it was against his old club, because that guy Cech, he was Chelsea through and through, but he knew that he couldn't really get first team because they had other goalkeeper they signed, but which obviously moved him aside. So we do you know what? Arsene Wenger got in. We were supposed to. Mourinho said, here's they said 7 million, and Arsene Wenger said, no, we want him. We paid 10. So we paid £3 million dearer for Cech than what we were supposed to do. So we can get him for 7, but Wenger went, no, you have 10 for him.
Wow. That's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, look at this. I put Ten Hag future up in the as the next topic, and then we've got swap Ten Hag for Arteta.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far. But I think with Ten Hag,
no comment.
I think they should keep him. Because
this is what we were going to talk about. He's won a cup last year, won a cup this year. Not done so
We're
well
keeping Arteta. Why are they not keeping him?
Yeah, they should keep it. I think he came out to say that Ineos is keeping him now, and I'm gonna give Ten Hag, some praise here. Actually, the way he has Manchester United, they get the most shit from reporters and things like this about how they are since the Ferguson days. I think he's tackled the reporters quite masterfully, how he's given them shit back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think the problem with United is they keep rinse and repeating. They have to build to actually get out of this doldrum. And I do believe Ten Hag has got a philosophy there. It's just the fact that the players are so fucking lazy, they can't play a system. And
it's been a bit of a merry-go-round, isn't it? Since Ferguson left.
Yeah.
It is true what the fans did say, though. Where's that performance been all season?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Against City.
One-hit wonders, mate.
Very well.
Yeah, one-hit wonders that have won two trophies, though.
Do you know what bullshit?
There you go. That's the problem.
That
We got no-hit wonder. We got a 4-year wonder.
Yeah, City went partying, didn't they?
He did, yeah, he did. And if you notice, Doku never went, but when he brought Doku on, yeah,
he made a difference.
He changed the game, didn't he?
Mate.
And he scored. So, in all fairness, I wouldn't have even played Haaland. I would have rather played Alvarez up front. Seriously, I would have changed that team around in that final. I guarantee you, Man City most probably would have won it. But
a big lapse.
Pep did say in his press conference, he said, I ballsed up. He said, it's my mistake.
This is I'm worried about this as well. We're going to talk about.
Yeah, but let's not be worried yet because we ain't got to game 15, Lee. We've got to see where we're going, haven't we?
But
I won't be,
that's a possibility. This is a possibility. Just you know what?
Can you imagine that?
And he wins with them.
I knew you were going to say it.
This is what I was speaking about earlier on. If he goes to somewhere else and starts winning fucking shit up, doing his apprenticeship at Arsenal. If he goes to City, I swear to God, I'll phone up a hitman.
I'll let him go. I'll let him go. See what he can do there. See what he can do there.
Run the East End, Lee.
Eh?
I thought you run the East End.
No. I'm a small fish. I'm a small fish. They did it back Moyes at Old Trafford, and everyone talks about how we did it back Emery. It happened.
But I think with Moyes, though, Moyes has actually said he wasn't ready for that job as well.
Ten Hag got his game plan spot on. He really did. He really
well.
Ten Hag game plan on, but they was on the piss apparently, Man City. Yeah. So I didn't hear that.
Ten Hag either got his game plan right, or they were just wasted.
Yeah,
Were both ways. No, they didn't, did they?
Man City
they were poor.
They were win the FA Cup.
They were very lethargic, weren't they?
They was all hungover. According to sources.
Hey, Saskia Gunner's proper twerking for Arteta tonight, isn't he? Lot?
Yeah. So White fire. He will be loyal. Fingers. Well, listen. This is dividing the fan base. This Arteta thing, isn't it? It's just divided it from the beginning.
It's divided us for 5 years.
Yeah,
and more.
Until he brings a title, until he brings a trophy, then everyone's going to be hopefully behind him. Then, but
I've been hit and missing with the first two seasons. I wanted him gone.
The first two,
yeah.
8, the first 3, as it happens. It was only last season when we nearly we was at the top of the league for 90% of that title challenge. Don't forget, we crumbled at the end. Fair enough, but I was on board then, and I thought this year was unbelievable, especially after Christmas, man.
Do you guys not believe there's no manager on the planet right now can come in and just win us the league next year, guaranteed, with the team we've got?
Yeah,
bring in his own few little players. We don't know this question. That's the problem, and win us the league, guaranteed. Fresh ideas, all this kind of stuff.
Hey, Melina.
Hello, Miss Melina.
Yeah, I'll say that Pep's the only one.
How about Hansi Flick?
Pep's the only one?
Yeah.
Come on.
Hansi Flick is a good one. He was at Bayern Munich for 6 seasons and he won him 8 trophies in 6 years.
There you go. I'll take him. Thank you very much for coming.
Who?
Say no more.
You'll take anyone. You'll take Graham Potter.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Me?
You'll take
Nah,
Graham
mate.
Potter, you.
Nah, mate.
Yeah, he's gone Barcelona. That's right. He has. He's gone Barcelona. Ancelotti's never going to leave Real Madrid for Arsenal.
Yeah, it's never going to happen. I love the idea of Ancelotti, and I've had this conversation many times. We keep saying all these managers.
He didn't
They're
do
not
fuck
gonna
all
come.
Everton, though, did he?
No. But what do you think of the company?
Who would do anything
Oh,
at Everton?
you fan-based us all, you bastard. Look at us all. Talking about fucking... Oh, forget it.
Vincent Company going to Brian
I just want to win silverware, man.
He got
Yeah.
relegated
That's
into
criminal.
Burnley, and he's gone there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I've seen these comments. It says Sean Dice kept Burnley in the Premier League forever. Gets sacked, gets Everton job, and Company gets relegated, he gets the Bayern job. I think that's insane.
That's
don't you?
madness.
Yeah.
Ask Melina. She goes more matches than any Brit. YouTuber. What do you mean?
Yeah, she comes from Canada to the games, Melina.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, she does. She goes to a few games when she's got the time.
She goes to more Arsenal games than any Brit YouTuber. I'm British. I'll go to the Arsenal games. What are you talking about?
He's on about that she goes to a lot more games than a lot of the fans that talk online. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what she means. And she comes all the way from Canada from.
Ancelotti wants to retire back.
We
in
see the
Vancouver.
cameras, what they show us. We see fans moaning at each other. We see players sitting there getting wasted. Us people on the TV see a lot of shit. Just saying.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
should say I've been to loads of games. I haven't been for a couple of years, but I have been to loads of games.
I used to go a lot.
I used to go regular, especially at Highbury, mate. I went. Oh,
Yes. Dreamland. Took the soul out.
You know what? Well, I don't believe there would be people at the ground that would be shouting Arteta out, because if they were Arteta out, they probably wouldn't go to
They
the
will be
game.
this year if you don't win anything.
Yeah.
Money talks
Yeah.
with anyone, but the Cronkies chose Arteta because it was the cheaper option
Joke.
for them.
Thank you.
Well,
that's 100% facts.
Yeah,
Because you think of it, why is Man
Money
United, if Ten Hag leaves, let's say if he leaves, why do they want the
AFC.
Ipswich manager?
Who?
Why do they
Deserve
want
I've
the
heard.
Ipswich manager?
Oh yeah, the Ipswich manager.
Header.
Yeah.
This is it. The Leicester manager, Enzo Enzo, what's his name?
Oh, I know the one you're on about. He's gone to Chelsea, isn't he?
The chess player.
Yeah, he was at.
He plays goal. Rush goalie. We're going to lob Chelsea's goalie next season. It's getting lobbed.
He was at Man City, wasn't he, as well with Pep? He was one of his assistants.
I know AFC said that we took Arteta for the cheaper option. Well, it ain't the cheaper option now, is it? 750 million later.
Definitely not.
And just saying, nobody at matches yelling Arteta out. No, well, there ain't, is there?
Many years ago, they were shouting at Wenger out. It can happen again.
Yeah, it could happen.
That was 22 years later, though. So let's not wait 22 years to start kicking him out of the club, please.
I'll be
For the love
dead.
of God. Tell me about it.
He's on 8 million.
My kid will be married by the time we win anything.
I'll be 70 in 22 years.
There you go. Why are we sitting around praising this numpty then? Get him out of the club. We'll get someone in who can win us silverware. Happy days.
Oh, easy, Tiger.
I'm only playing, brother.
Settle down, donkey.
Man.
Right. Other clubs like Chelsea looking for a young manager like Teta, though. They are linked to former Leicester City manager Enzo.
I feel for Chelsea. I shouldn't. You can see it.
Marina.
Ouch.
He's only had one season at Leicester too.
2 Champions Leagues, and now look where they are. Wow.
See, they're doing it again.
Who are you talking about, Gunnar?
Chelsea. 2 Champions Leagues, and look where they are now.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Well,
Fold.
Tuchel won the Champions Leagues, didn't he? And they sacked him.
Exactly.
I want
It's madness.
I want Faith in Man United.
Craziness. Anthony, you smile a lot.
Yeah, you don't want to know what you're sitting on.
Tractor oil.
But it's a bit crazy, isn't it? This guy, this Enzo, he's had this is his first job at Leicester, and then they're going to give him the Chelsea job.
You lot got me going.
He's
We'll
another
blank
one.
out again.
I reckon some teams now. It seems like the top teams are
Who
going
cares
for the
if you
cheaper
want
option.
to season ticket?
Man City might be
You're going to get me in trouble. Who cares if you season ticket at Arsenal? They'll give you the right what we want.
Everyone, just one at a time.
I'm not getting involved. If you go to the club and spend all that money travelling around the world, then fair play to you. But until it brings me success, I ain't spending a penny on it. Maybe £25 for a fake shirt with the name on the back. Happy days. And not from China.
Oh, he's talking about the flyover with the plane with the banner behind the plane wing around.
Oh, was that the Arteta one?
Yeah, I can remember that.
That was mad.
Billions spent. What? Billions spent and suck Chiefs can stay there.
Chelsea.
Oh, Chelsea. I'm getting confused now. We're going in all different directions.
I know Saskia's coming out with the hipster words. What's this?
Scott, I'm on about when Cronkies went for Arteta.
It's AFC always. Sassy dude are fighting each other. And us four are just like, what's going on?
Yeah,
Scott, I'm on about when the Cronkies went to Arteta, not backing him since 2019.
Yeah, but we don't have to agree, mate. That's the thing. We don't have to agree. We just got to do it. We just got to do it respectfully, and we all say what we want.
Yeah, that's the whole point. That's why I enjoy it. I like hearing everyone's options. I've got my opinions. I just want delivery, and everyone else does. Whether you agree with it, how he's doing it, that's up to you. But
yeah,
we can only tell the end of this season.
At the end of the day, all we can say is no matter what we all think.
You got a bigger up, Miss Molina comes from Canada to watch the games all the way from Toronto. We're saying here.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Big commitment, girl. Big commitment. Good on you. Proper gooner.
Yeah. At the end of the day, we can debate. We don't have to agree, but we all love this fucking club, and that's the one thing we have got in common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
You know, at the end of the day, we can all decide differently how we want to get there, but we all want to get there.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
We all want the best for our club, don't we?
Right. Trash talking.
Yeah, no, it's all right, man. This is all.
No, there's no arguing. You know, it's.
I've got respect for you all. Listen, we respect all our.
We know.
Mate, we're all having a banter. That's all it is.
100%.
It's all banter, mate.
You know, I don't mind
any human over a football team, mate.
Right. Let's move on to the last topic on the show tonight. There was one about Pep leaving, but
let's forget that.
Yeah, let's forget about that. Move on.
I just wanted to ask the panel about this one.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I wanted to ask the panel about.
I don't like overnight wine. Fraud. You got kids watching you and everything, and you're displaying fraudness around the world.
When Cronky's got full ownership of the club, they seem to be doing better though. But we struggle to sell players for a packet of crisps. That's true.
Move on.
Our players.
Move on.
I tell you what, Molina. It's been that problem for 30 years. It's not just, you know, it's always been our problem. We are dreadful at selling players.
Yeah, very true.
We'd rather tear a contract up.
Yeah. Cheers, AFC. We chat on many Arsenal channels and never go down the toilet talk. It's always all good. Yeah. Good guys. Tell that to Top Gooners. Top Gooners, you're talking about AFTV, I suppose.
Sellouts.
Old School Gunner recommended this channel.
Thank
you. Yeah, Dave. Yeah, he was good.
Where is Dave?
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Where is Dave? And Gunnosaurus. Where are they?
Yeah. Big up, Dave.
That's-
Yeah, big up, Dave.
That's exactly where he is.
Big up, Dave. Irish Swiss.
Yeah.
He's probably working tonight, and he does work. He works nights sometimes.
Yeah.
Why it take so long? Now Paqueta, but Tonali one was so quick. Tonali, yeah.
I think when we have to talk about that, how do you say his name? Is it Paqueta?
Paqueta.
Um,
They say
I
all
think-
different. Some people say Paqueta. Some people
Yeah.
say Paqueta. But apparently he's been charged with intentional trying to get booked intentionally.
Four
Yeah.
situations.
In 4 games in 18 months.
Yeah.
And
That's
if you
what I've heard.
watch and if you watch one of them that I've seen, it was a definite he was playing for that. And but I think
It's
what we
not
have
on
to.
his head, go back to bottom. It is
Yeah.
crazy watching it. You're like,
But
what?
I think
Really?
I think what we have to look into that is the problem is gambling in general in football. It's on all the shirts. It's on you sitting at home and you can just see it all over the billboards, Hollywood Bet, whatever. This is a massive problem in football, isn't it? And I think you brought it up in your video and I commented on that, Lee. It's like these guys earn millions. What's going on here? So it's a serious mental problem, isn't it? It's gambling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know where they got their evidence from? Do you know where they found it?
Twitter.
There's an island, right, in Brazil, somewhere in Brazil, called Paqueta Island. Yeah, his name.
Oh.
And they traced the accounts that was making the bets
Really?
to that. And,
I've not heard that.
Yeah, and that's how they got it. That's how they think he's involved, and they've charged him on 4 counts.
I don't agree with the charges of what he's done, Lee, but I've actually read into it. It says that he can have anything up to a 10-year ban.
Oh,
He's a lifetime ban.
That's his whole career over.
That's his whole career over. But it's like what I said. To me, it's slightly no different to what Ivan Toney done. And look at what Ivan Toney done. With that betting, he only had what 6? Was it 6 months?
6 months.
These people that have got these problems, they need serious counselling, don't they? And probably giving them a 10-year ban is not the answer because you're not solving the problem.
They just,
hey, I've just got.
Make.
I've just got.
I was going to say, to jump in quickly. I was going to say he must have took some thinking behind this, mate. I'm telling you, with the VAR, it's controlled a lot of betting out there for the world. So some people will think, there's going to be a yellow card or a goal at certain time levels. If the referee points out for the VAR situation, the bet ain't going to go through. It's voided because you put a certain time. VAR's took 20 minutes. Your bet's voided. So he must have took some thinking about that to think, right, I can't do it like that. So just pick, I'm going to get booked in the game regardless.
Yeah.
Dodgy.
Hey, I was just looking on Fabrizio Romano earlier, and West Ham have signed a player from Flamengo in Brazil called Fabricio Bruno, and I've got to show you a picture of him, mate. He looks like a frigging hitman. Look at that.
That's what we need right now.
Bloody hell, yeah.
Yeah, he looks like he looks like a Colombian drug baron. Imagine him running at you.
Yeah, but the rumor is that Paqueta is actually gone to Man City for 85 million. Apparently, the deal has been done, but it's not gonna be finalised until July the 1st. So if that happens and he's got a ban, what's Man City gonna do?
You make loads of facts.
Well, it's basically what's happening
slapped.
Tonili at Newcastle, isn't it? And if you look into that, he already had charges in Italy that he'd been found guilty for. So there was something wrong with their recruitment there, wasn't there?
Yeah.
How about I spoke about in the video I done on this topic about Trippier when he said to his mates, back have a bet on me going to Atletico Madrid or from Atletico Madrid to Newcastle. Can't remember what one it was, what transfer it was, but he told his mates about what he signed before it came public, and they all lumped on them, had a bet on it, but they got rumbled, didn't they?
What is wrong with these people?
Yeah,
the situation they've got and the privilege they have, and they're doing all this. Come on, Work it out.
Well, it's an addiction. It's like all things, drug problems. It's an addiction. It's an illness.
Yeah,
and it does
But
have
it does
to be
go to
addressed.
show they are still human, but things need to fix up.
Yeah.
Well, we had it with Paul Merson, didn't we?
Yeah, but exactly. And this is the problem, though. It's just what it is. Money breeds money, and you want more money when you've got money.
Like Paul Merson, he wasn't betting. He wasn't having the betting wasn't on him betting on himself to get booked or sent off or whatever.
He's betting on everything.
Betting on everything.
There weren't betting in them days to that extreme, was there?
Yeah.
There was only like betting win or lose or draw or whatever or correct score. There wasn't no yellow cards or 15 throw-ins or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't
known back then. It was football. You got on with it.
Yeah. Paul Merson at one stage he was betting on frigging table tennis games, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's betting on
it's like table tennis. Who watches that?
I'm talking about when he was playing.
Him.
Do you class Paul Merson as an Arsenal legend?
Yeah.
Same.
He was there in '89, so he's a legend, mate.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Have you seen the documentary?
Someone wins us a trophy, mate. They're legends.
Is it on Netflix?
On Netflix.
Yes,
I
have. He talks about all these. Yeah, I have seen.
I don't know if it's on New Zealand Netflix because we're frigging backwards over here. I'll have a look.
Wasn't he with Razor Ruddock as well? Part of it, or was that a separate one? I see him with.
I'll tell you what.
That was the when Harry Redknapp was doing the England team.
That was it. Yeah, but
yes.
They had a row, didn't they? And he told them to fuck off and all that. So then they was crying.
Fuck off. God, you can.
Well, I typed in Paul Merson. I typed in Paul Merson in my Netflix, and it come up with a Jimmy Savile documentary.
Oh God!
Stop the stream, Paul.
Yeah. Stop the stream. No nonsense.
God forbid.
Right. I'm absolutely buggered, mate, and I've got to go for a swim.
All right, you do well. We'll wrap up there.
Hey, just before I go, Anthony, I've joined a gym, right? Yeah. And I'm doing gym. I'm doing Aquafit, Boxing Fit, and everything. I'm gonna have big guns like you, mate.
Oh yeah, like that. Yeah.
Mate, I ran 6K yesterday. I ran 6K. Come home, had a shower, fell asleep for 3 hours.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've got to go for a swim, mate, to keep the weight off and try to get healthy.
Best exercise is swimming. You use all the muscles you don't really use. Swimming, I always recommend swimming, and all the up here, Jason Statham. Yeah.
He is though, isn't he? He's like Statham, isn't he?
He is like Statham.
Yeah, you're like his ugly brother. Sorry.
Compliment.
Good for you, man, Scott. Keep it up.
I'm trying, mate. I've got to get this weight off, and and I look at Andy and I think, wow, look at them sculptured arms.
Yeah. Everybody's on about them.
It's all coming out.
Hey, the thing is though, with this Aquafit thing, right? You're in a swimming pool with this real hot woman teaching you what to do, and you're like going and forward and backwards with the weights, right, like this. And the thing is, I'm in this swimming pool, and it's about 60 bloody 50-year-old women. I love it. I love it. Yeah.
Well done, doing a chat. Right, let's wrap it up, boys. Hopefully there'll be plenty more to talk about next week. I'm gonna be back next week. Hopefully the panel will be as well if they can make it. Thanks everybody in the chat. You make it worthwhile doing. You keep it going.
I'm having a little chat in an hour. Just showing it out there. Midnight Stream Madness. If you want to come and have a little chat. It's up to you lot.
Sorry, mate.
I'm going to do Midnight Stream Madness.
You go for your swim.
I'm sorry, mate, but I'm sorry, Rob, but I'm going to do the breaststroke.
Enjoy your swim and your doggy paddles.
All right, fellas, it's been a good one, mate. Good catching up with everyone.
Let's just do his last two comments quickly. and we're going to say good night. Thanks, Anthony. Thanks, Gula and Rob.
That's saying.
Scott, all the best, bro.
Big up, everyone.
Thanks, mate.
And we'll see you next week.
Fat old white bloke. Still
Yeah.
gold tennis. Yeah.
Can I just say I don't disrespect anybody on this channel or any other YouTube channels. I follow respect. I respect every single one of you.
Yeah.
As we
Just let you all know, buddy. Listen, I've got ADHD, personality disorder. I'm a bit dyslexic, so I'm a bit different. But just showing it out there.
That's all right. You're welcome on the show, mate.
It's all right. Hey, Rob, it's all right. Everyone's figured out you're a nice guy, but a weirdo. It's fine.
Yeah, good. I'm glad to know.
God bless everyone.
Smile, nod, and agree.